because I don't know. What's up, you guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What? So my cousins and I last weekend were singing Walk Around. Wait, no, what's the song? Oh, Woke Up. What's the song? Let's take a look in the mirror, say what's up. Yeah, I'm getting money. What song is that? Oh yeah, hop up out the bed, turn my swag on, turn my look in the mirror, say what's up. Thank you, Josette. Love you. Thank you. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good day, good night, darling. Whenever you see this, hello, I'm Lakeisha Michelle from LakeishaMichelle.com. And this segment, this moment with us, with each of you, all over the world, we're literally all over the world. Israel, Egypt, name it, we've been there. Okay, so listen. This moment is called Good Tea for Life. And this is the moment where we take time out of our day to watch something that's positive, that will move us forward inward first and then outwardly in our lives. And so everything changes when your mind changes. And so we're constantly focused on how do I think better so that I can make better decisions, because decisions alone create the future. And if I'm bogged down with tradition, if I'm bogged down with routine, if I'm bogged down with tired, old, worn out, stinking thinking ideas, if I'm bogged down with conversations that don't serve me, if I'm bogged down with limitations, if I'm bogged down giving life to situations that aren't even real. And ladies, to my ladies, we can do that a lot as women. We start giving way too much energy to something that's not even real. If I'm bogged down with those things, you're giving it life. And I don't want to give it life. And you know what? Actually, in my private group, hello, YouTube, what's happening? So when I was, this past weekend, I was doing some coaching and stuff like that. Shout out to my one-on-one members. I have like one more slot, you guys, for one-on-one. If you want to know about one-on-one mentorship, no, it ain't hella expensive. It ain't hella cheap. And it is an investment. And you just have a conversation. See if it's for you. The type of people that do one-on-one with me are people who are building online classes, selling digital products. I have some ladies who just want to work on their super, super sexy, positive boss diva stuff. We go through what the outcomes are as a result of us doing one-on-one coaching, because I'm not the coach to sit around and just want to coach. Like, I'm very result oriented. But anyway, we can have that conversation at LakeishaMichelle.com. Go into the chat. Mentorship with me means coaching. I have mentors that I work for, which in exchange, they give me their wisdom. Okay. So that's the difference. A coach, you're investing so you can get a result. So let's be clear. I've gotten a lot of messages about that. I'm like, you guys, I teach so much here and I give away so much here. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, everything Lakeisha Michelle. But in the meantime, your mentality is everything. Everything is everything. And like whatever you give energy to grows. And so we've been having this conversation about making a list and shutting it down. Okay. Making a list and shutting it down. So I went through one of my old journals and I wanted to show you guys, like I just pulled the paper so you can see I practice what I preach. I literally go through and make all kinds of lists. Like, you know, a lot of times we're in our head and we're overwhelmed about things because it's like things that are not real. So like whatever you're stressed about today, is it real? Is it actually a priority today? And a lot of things that you stress and worry over, they actually fall by the wayside when you stop giving it energy. Energy grows where energy goes. Energy grows where energy goes. And so if there's something that you no longer desire to have in front of you, if there's something that you want to shift, like you have to stop giving it energy. It's often like when someone's talking trash about you, it's not fun. If they don't have you engaging, it gets boring because then people will eventually go, there they go ranting about that person again. But is it really real? Like the person doesn't care. The person's living their best life. And then you inspire others to like be completely unbothered. I.e. Omarion. Was that not funny? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's super funny when the whole Omarion situation, he got like the Unbothered of the Year award. Like, don't give drama an ear. Like, and don't give things that you want to disappear your energy and your time. If you don't water your, relationship, it will die. If you don't water your financial relationship, money is dead. Like if you don't water your body, it will die. Energy grows. And it's the same with ideas and concepts and things that we think are real that are not real. So-and-so doesn't like me. So-and-so's talking about me. Who cares? Anyway, that must have needed to come out. Let's pray. God, thank you so much for everybody that watches this live stream. Let the words come out of me and sink into the hearts and convict people to actually shift and change and grow their life to the barely recognizable dream life that you desire for each and every one of us. We thank you for your abundance. We thank you for your wisdom. We thank you for your knowledge. We thank you for the good book and all of the other amazing people that have been inspired by it and given us all this resources that we have. You're the source, and we love all the resources. And so we show up today to get one thing that shifts our soul to be more like how you designed us to be. So we thank you. We love you. We praise you in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so we've been having this conversation about making the list. And so again, I showed you guys, like, these are real pages, and I just make simple lists. Like, I just write at the top. There's a process that I go through, really. You make a toleration or frustration or procrastination list. Does that make sense, you guys? You make, Angie says, amen. Girl, I need positive. Sitting here in corporate building, uptown. Lord Jesus. Are you uptown Dallas? Super cute. Go have lunch somewhere cute so you can be inspired. Go to the Crescent and sit at the bar. You'll meet someone with a great conversation. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Hi, Facebook. Hello, Elliot. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Tiny. What's up, Pamela? What's up, Natasha? Girl, y'all liking the girl's hair today? Hey, y'all know, I was talking to this girl yesterday. She was like, oh my God, I wish my hair would do that. I said, mine doesn't, so I buy it. She just looked at me. She wasn't expecting that. Anyway, so procrastination list. These are the kinds of lists. Drinks by explosive. Can I please cash app you? What's your cash app? Like, can you cash app me? Like, we need to, I want to support your business. At this point, I just want to get something because I just love that. It's crazy. I drank that juice like a year ago, and I still been thinking about the juice that she makes. Drinks by Explosive on Instagram. It's so good. Anyway, make a list, darling. If you're frustrated, if you are confused, if you need clarity about anything, I believe that pen and paper is the way that you're supposed to do. I don't just say this to say this. Like, literally, I am always writing, so much so that I stopped buying all those pretty journals because I find that I don't actually use them. And I just use notebook paper and dividers. And so I have different sections that I want to talk about to myself. Like, I'm literally just thinking out loud on paper. And it's the reason why I get ish done. What I want, I get. What I desire, it happens because of this pen and paper. I.e., you guys most people don't do this. It drives me nuts. My niece is getting ready to, so here's my niece, Reagan Nevels. And she's been on stages of Lisa Nichols, TD Jakes, Ayala Van. These people love her. She gets booked all over the country. And she literally talks about goal setting. And I was like, baby, you need to teach adults. I think it's so refreshing to see someone so young. She's 14 years old. She started when she was super, super young. It's so refreshing to watch her write the vision and make it plain. And I was like, you really should help adults. Anyway, shameless plug for my baby. She's having a vision class. And I was like, I'm going to share it with my audience. Because the reality is, let's be real. Everybody in the comments, truth time. Do you write your goals? Have you made a vision, a practical one that you're working on? It's the beginning of March. It's March 3rd. Are you clear on where you're going for the month? What the outcomes are that you want in your personal life, I don't care, fitness, food, like love, experiences, financial. Have you really thought about that? Or are you showing up to March the same way you showed up to February? I don't know. Truth moment. Let's see in the comments. Truth moment. What's up, Shakisha? Michelle Thomas knows Reagan. She says she's amazing. Isn't she insanely amazing? Charlotte in the building. What's going on? So yeah, like, for real, most people don't. So anyway, I make a binder and I tell everybody, and the crazy part is that everyone wants the binder to be pretty. And I know that I leave money on the table because I don't go and make it pretty. And maybe I will, I don't know. But I just think it's crazy that you guys don't understand the power of getting your thoughts out of your head. Getting your thoughts out of your head and really focusing on what is it that I want to create. And sometimes looking at 5 years, 10 years, that overwhelms a lot of people, which is why people don't do it, which is why I often recommend what's real. And what's real for most people is they got a lot of unnecessary drama and clutter. And so there's no room for the life that you desire. Does that make sense, you guys? What's real is, for example, If your life is full of you running around doing things for other people that are unnecessary, you're always busy, being busy, but you have a dream of starting a business. You have a dream of private jets. I live by private jets. It just makes me happy every time I see the planes, because if you know me, you know that your girl and the private jet life is exciting. So anyway, you're being busy, and there's no space for the dream and the desire to actually grow because you're not giving it energy. And what you are giving energy is, I don't know how I'm going to do this, or I don't have enough time, or I wish my body was different, or I wish my man or my woman was different, or I wish. I believe that you are literally in control. And it's funny because, again, what kept coming up to me today was the question of, are you so committed to traditions and routines? You're so committed and you're so loyal, and it looks really honorable, but it's keeping you from the life you truly desire. It's keeping you from the body you truly desire. It's keeping you from the love you truly desire. It's keeping you from whatever that thing is that your heart is actually like, it feels good. Like, do you guys know that most of the things in life should be effortless? And oftentimes when it's effortless, we feel like it needs to be harder. It can't be this good. But I think like and stories and movies and TV also like makes you think that love needs to be hard and you need to fight for me. Or we could just be super, super yummy in love, and that's it. You think that your job, like I remember when I built my short hair boot camp. And it's a class that I have online, shorthairbootcamp.com. It's like the Netflix for short hair, basically, for short hair for Black women, right? And so I wanted to create a space so that everybody who wanted to master like the Halle Berry type look, they can go in there and they can work it out, watch unlimited, right? So I remember when they first got to where it was making about $40,000 a year auto pay. And so I wasn't doing, like, I didn't have to work hard. It freaked me out. Now, I can identify and communicate this to you now, but in that time I couldn't. I just felt guilty because I built a revenue stream that runs itself. And so I was freaking out. I had all these goals that I wrote down my goals. Again, this is all relevant. In order to even get that company to the way that it was, I desired to create a membership site, and I didn't know how. But I was committed to, oh my God, which is actually another thing that came to me. So I wanted to create a membership site, and I didn't know how I was going to make it happen. And I'd never done it before, but I'd read enough stories. I'd read enough stories of other people. And so what I love about stories, and the reason why we love success stories, is if they can do it, I can do it too. Now, one reason that I'm telling you to make a list of things that you're no longer available for, to make a list of your tolerations. When I say tolerations, there are things, there are routines, there are thoughts, there are people that you are tolerating, and those things are not in alignment with what your soul desires. And so you're in this constant battle because you're doing something every day that completely contradicts the very thread of your soul and your desire. Does that make sense, you guys? Does that make sense? P.S. I love when you guys speak to each other. Good morning, Deborah. I'm from the South. When you walk into a room, you speak to people. So I love when I see my tribe members coming onto the chat and they're greeting others in the chat. That makes my soul happy. Michelle says she's amazing. Yes, Shakisha says, hey, Lady Bud, I'm shifting. Have thought about it, but haven't written it in ink to see. Yes. Oh, this could be so good live. I just saw myself live and all of you guys were there, and it was like, it was so intimate. I create routine for 2 weeks and stop. Now I passed that, right? My life is shifting as well. Yay! Everybody say they're shifting. And what I love is that you guys are here on a consistent basis, growing and changing the way that you think on a consistent basis. So I celebrate you. So here's the thing. In order for me, I'm going to bring it all together. If you're new, yes, it's a little scattery, but it always comes together. Okay. In order for me to take what was in my mind, which was at the time, I want to build a membership site. Most people don't honor the requests that their heart is making. Does that make sense, you guys? I need to make sure I'm making sense to you guys. Let's see what's happening. Hello. Hey, Keisha. What's up, Tiny? Roberta says, makes so much sense. Tamara says, yes. Hey, Tamara. Linda says, love here. Thank you, guys. I have journals all over the place and just stopped getting all these pretty notebooks and did what you did. Use a notebook, pen, and paper. So you just confirm I'm doing it right. Exactly. Well, you know, I love to write. I've been writing since I was a kid. A lot of people don't love to write, and I understand that, but that's when I say find the thing that you, whether it's an audio journal where you're literally just using your voice memos and you're talking to yourself to hear your thoughts out loud. Do you know how powerful it is to talk your fears through and then listen back? Because then you can start going, wait, is it actually true? Is this ultimately true? No, it's not. So what is the truth? The truth is, and you get into this whole powerful exercise. It's really good. Most people are so bogged down with stuff that literally you can't hear the desires of your heart. So the power of taking a sheet of paper and making a list, and you can call your list whatever you want the list to be. So I'm looking at, one day I was in the mood, procrastination list. And then another one, tolerations list. Another one, why does this fail? Why am I not following through? See, I'm willing to ask myself questions and write answers that I don't want you to read, because that's how I get my true breakthrough. Be willing to write the thing down and be willing to journal about the thing. It doesn't have to be natural. And oh, by the way, stop acting like you need an award because you're not a writer, you're not a journaler, you're not tech savvy. You're committed to who you're not, and therefore you keep manifesting the same life. Could I inspire you today to not be committed to titles? Could I inspire you today to not be committed to these things? We put ourselves in these boxes. And if you believe in God, God is limitless. The essence of God, the character, the being, like what I love about the Bible, most people are not in love with the book because of all of the worldly things that have, people have categorized themselves and separated themselves and made it a thing that we argue about. But if you just take a few things from the Bible and run with it, if you take the certainty of Jesus, the clarity, the boldness, and just run, your life will drastically shift into something more towards the desire of your heart. And the people who have these barely recognizable, bold, exciting lives are the people who dare to think bigger, are the people who dare to make a list and be bold. Write the things that you don't want other people to read. And first of all, release the fear of, I don't want anyone to read this. Who are these people? Why do they matter? Now, I'm grateful for my dad because my dad raised me to say how I feel. And as a woman, a lot of times we don't give ourselves permission to be honest. And I find in dating, men look at me like, what'd you just say? And I smile. Here's how I feel. And I'm honoring how I feel. And I'm okay if that means that you have to make a different choice. And I'm also okay if we can have this conversation and grow together. Ladies, do you know how powerful it is when no one has to guess what you're thinking? I'm not trying to be like what? Here's what I think. And that's the switch. Not even talking about relationship. Do you know how powerful it is for you to just talk to yourself? What do you like? How do I keep my energy like this? My life is filled with the things that I love. How do I like the radiance? Your life. It takes you writing down the things. Like I watched my mother keep her mouth closed around so many conversations. She didn't voice her opinion. She didn't ask for what she really wanted. She kind of tiptoed around it. But what about being bold? And I don't mean be disrespectful. I don't mean be like, some people mistake that for like, you're so busy worried about what you don't want to be. I don't want to be pushy. I was just talking to my dad, and I want to do a party for my dad, right? And my dad says, and as y'all know, if y'all follow me, y'all know my daddy be on my live streams. He is a wise man. He's extremely wise. And then there are other traditions and things that my dad walked through colored doors. Do you know what that means, you guys? In case you don't, the sign said color, like this for the color folk, right? When you grow up and you grew up in that, it's a different thing, right? So a lot of things that my dad it's in his like DNA pretty much. It's like, it's from that time frame. And then he'll still hit you with stuff that like literally pushes you forward. I auditioned for The Voice 2 weeks ago. And my dad texted me and said, you audition until you can't sing anymore. Like, love that, right? And in the same sentence, I'm trying to plan him a party. And he was like, oh, I want my best friend to come. He's like, I don't want her to come because I can't come to her. So I would never want her to do what I can't do for her. And I'm like, whoa, that's conditional. We don't have conditional love. Right? So I know we cover a million topics in like 10 minutes. God's love is unconditional. I love that you don't have to do or be to receive the abundance. It's naturally your birthright. And it's also up to you. It's not could do for me, then I'll do for you. Nope. It's not how this works, people. Decisions alone create the future. With God as the source and all of the millions of resources that we have, we can literally design a life that we desire. But it is definitely predicated upon our ability to make a list, our ability to communicate with ourselves and not take on false beliefs, old traditions and routines. Like, you need to constantly be checking, am I so committed to who I think I'm not? So many people, I don't want to be pushy. You're so committed to not coming across pushy that it's messing up you asking for that raise. It's messing up you telling your sister it's not okay when you do that thing. It's not okay. Like, I don't want to be, so let me just, what you're doing is making it okay to live a life of smallness. But be at church on Sunday. Let's be clear, I wasn't at church on Sunday. But you be somewhere talking about we serve a big God. Oh, God. I know. Ouch. What's up, Tarsha? What's up, Keisha? Gwen, my angel. Made a to-do list for my next event. Do it often and it helps. Yes. And it's not just a to-do list because I don't actually make to-do lists. Because like, to me, the more you get rid of things that you're tolerating, what naturally needs to be done according to your vision and your goals, it's naturally like, here's what I do that makes everything else easier. Does that make sense, you guys? So, and it does take a practice. What's powerful, and I'm not knocking to-do lists, like write a to-do list. I find that when I was in this to-do list, I downloaded a million apps and I did a lot of stuff. And I guess I do make to-do, I don't call it a to-do list. Because if I look over there, I mean, that's a bunch of stuff that needs to get done. So yes, I digress. There is a to-do list. But it's not like the to-do list what most people make. Everything is according to the outcome that I desire. And then I will throw everything that needs to be done. And then I pick one thing that's the most important thing. And then I go that way. So I will say that it's a to-do list. Tolerations. What am I tolerating that I'm just over it? You need to be clear. I'm no longer okay with. I am overseeing this. And then make a list. And it doesn't have to be long. It can be short. Because I do this for short-term things. You can do this for a specific situation. You can do it for your life. I don't know. Depends on where you are in life. Another type of list I make. Why did I not follow through? I think that's a very powerful question to ask yourself. That's a very powerful question to ask yourself. Why did I not follow through? You know how many people are beating themselves up? And every day you wake up and it's exciting because a new day does bring you like, oh, it's a new day. Thank God we're alive. And then you sit down to do whatever it is that you want to do. And then the moment comes to do it. And then something just feels like an invisible suffocation. That's how I feel. And so when I notice that I'm avoiding something, when I notice that I'm not doing something, I just take out a sheet of paper and I acknowledge how smart God made me. This is why I tell you all the time on these live streams, everyone right now, say, I am so smart. Like I am literally born smart. I am so intuitive. I'm so freaking smart. I can figure anything out, anything. I can figure anything out. I'm so smart. So it's just a matter of understanding how to communicate with myself. So I didn't follow through. Okay. What do I feel I don't have? Trisha, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And actually, I have something like this in the, I need to look and see what I called it. So those who are in the Good Tea for Life, I know. Who's in the Good Tea for Life membership on here? Let me see. Let me shout you out. Oh, my angel texted me. Gwen, you text me. Okay, so look. Let me see what this is actually called in the membership area. There's actually one of these. But here, I'm gonna give you guys some questions. Okay. Why did I not follow through? Okay. What do I feel I don't have? Like a lot of times we're not following through because you feel like you don't have something. So in order to catch yourself on your stuff, write a list of what you think you don't have, and then you have to challenge yourself. Does that make sense, everyone? When I can feel you. No, that's what you want. That's what you want. Gwen. Okay, so what am I in fear of? I hope y'all taking notes because I'm just asking you guys questions that I asked myself. I love the question of what, and really if I look at how I ask this, it's what don't I have? Because there's always some excuse. I don't have this. People tell me they can't create online membership sites because they're like, I don't have this and I don't have that and I don't have this. And I'm like, I didn't even start with that. Why you need that? But making a list of what you think you don't have is extremely powerful. What am I in fear of? And then what don't I want? And really all of these are the same question, but asked different ways. And that helps you get to the bottom of your stuff. Am I going too fast? Can I keep going? Let me see in the comments. Oh, and I can fit. I wish I could play the song, but I can't because it's like copyrighted. I need to do a cover of that, but then I can just sing along with myself and play it for you guys because it's in my head. Like as I'm talking to you, the song is so loud in my head, and it's like I just want to perform it. And here we are. I'm talking to you. It's a whole concert in my brain, and I just got paid. I looked down. And I was like, I smiled. If you notice, if we rewind, I looked down and I laughed because I was like, my life is amazing. I'm in complete gratitude because I'm talking and I just got paid. Meanwhile, life is amazing. So all of that happens while I'm talking right now. Isn't that nuts? Is it just me or does anyone feel me? Maybe it's just me. Whatever. Michelle says me. Yay. Why did I not follow through? Yes. We tend to speak in silence. Right. And I don't got time. I need you to know what I'm thinking, boo. Stop. Make a decision. Michelle says, wow, so powerful breakthrough. Yes. I don't always remember to write, but the thoughts are flowing. I need the recorder. Yes. Because the thing is, if you don't get it out of your head, it gets overwhelming because life is happening. So every day, every week, every year, every month, every time, stuff is building up. And so how can I possibly manage to grow my life at record speed, according to me, right? How can I manage to always be progressing if I'm not capturing? So write the vision. I think I talked about this in the Good Tea for Life class. Capture. Oh, and I can feel it. Even though I'm that's what you love is. That's what you love is. I keep trying to tell y'all to get Justin Bieber's album. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the class so I can see exactly how I taught this because it just came out of my brain. That's what true love is. I love that. What am I in fear of? And what do I want? Right? And also, what don't I want? Because we're so busy. Again, this is for the person who says, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to think that I want their money. I hear this every day. I have coaching. For those of you who don't know, I have different classes, digital products. They launch at different times. A lot of you guys are like, well, where's the class? It launches when it launches at different times, which also means when you see something you want, go for it. I believe in going straight there. I do believe in figuring it out. I do believe in making way when there's a way. And I have some classes you can buy, like, whatever. But then there are other classes where I work with a small group of people because I need to make it better, right? And so that's how that works. Anyway, I'm trying to find how I taught this. So what don't I want? What am I in fear of? What am I tolerating? What am I no longer okay with? These are great things. These are just questions to start a conversation with yourself. What don't I have? Okay. What do I feel I need? What do I feel I need? What do 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 I feel I need? Now, when you answer these things, you have to challenge what you say. Great quote, Deborah. You have to challenge what you say. So that means you're going to go through and say, is this ultimately true? Do I actually need that according to this outcome that I desire? Yes or no? What's actually true? Which leads me to the next question that I asked myself on this day. Where did it go? I just saw it. Wait. Oh, what's a list of examples that inspire me? So if there's an outcome that I desire, I love looking for someone who's already accomplished. It doesn't matter the category. It's like an allergy day in Texas. What's a list? So many people are afraid of, for example, I was talking to someone, they're like, I'm scared of, like, they're always talking about bad relationships. They don't want to have what they saw. And I'm like, so what do you want? Like, where are the examples of the people that, of people that are in love that you admire? Because if you only picture and if you only imagine, if I'm only imaging, do y'all do know the word? Imagine, imaging. If I am only playing a movie of relationships that I don't want, you're going to be living that out because that's what you're showing yourself. And we only do what we're like, we are what we repeatedly do. And really what you do starts up here. Like before you get up, you see yourself getting up, you see how you're going to look. You already, that's why the way that I am is how I am in my head, right? The fact that I was at, like, when I find myself in certain situations, I'm not shocked because it's, of course, which is why I tell you guys to get the album, Unleash the Artist Within. I believe in miracles that others are shocked by. And it's normal for me. That's an affirmation. And that's definitely a truth. I find myself in these predicaments. When I was on a yacht in the middle of the ocean in Croatia at a day party on a huge yacht, like I just found myself looking around and I'm like, my life is insane. Like, how am I here? This little girl that got adopted, shipped off to Texas. How am I here? This little girl who got beat up, this little girl who almost died. Like, I'm on a yacht with people from 70 different countries in the middle of the ocean. I don't even know what part of the ocean that is by Croatia. I don't know. I'm in the sea, living my best life, singing and mingling and just fabulous. How? I was here first. And so the average person, our mind is cluttered. And so there's no space. And typically when your mind is overwhelmed and cluttered, your life is a representation of that. And so this past weekend, I got several people asking me, How do I fix this issue? And I'm like, get all the stuff out your head. And then you're going to notice in your life, you can start clearing things. It's the law, the vacuum law. Find examples of what inspires you as it relates to whatever it is that your goal is. Pick a category: money, love, travel, car, your body, your health. Like what? The average person is not. So we are imaging in our minds the same thing. Do you know how much work I had to do mentally to stop thinking that abuse would happen to me again? Do you know how much work I have to also still do from the whole adoption storyline that it gives you? Because you create stories as a child, as an adult, whatever stuff happens and it's traumatic enough, you create stories. And now that I know the story that I could create, I'm aware of it, so I can tell when I'm doing it, and I just check myself. But I have to be aware. I have to have space and time and energy to notice my feelings and my thoughts. And I have to be bold enough to shift them quickly. I have to be bold enough to say the things that I don't want anyone to read, even if it's on paper or audio or whatever. So examples of what inspires you, right? What are you proud of yourself for? These are quality questions. These are the types of lists that I'm referencing. I'm proud that because so often we're so busy looking at what we don't have and what we wish we had and what are you proud of today? What are you proud of today? And it can be something so simple. I'm proud that before I got on this live stream, I was joking on the phone with my dad. And he's hilarious. Like the stuff that he says and the fact that I could joke about that particular thing with him. I'm just like, I'm proud that I have that relationship with my dad. It wasn't always that way. I fought my daddy. Like physical altercations. And today we have an amazing relationship. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my brother. He started a YouTube channel. He like getting his sexy on. He getting married. He bought a house. I'm proud of like it don't have to be anything deep and big. I'm proud that I'm alive. I was taking a bath today and I was like, I'm always the person who lives from the life is short type of thing, because life, and I don't like to, actually, when I say that, I'm always like, don't go around quoting that, but I understand the concept, the idea of that. It takes a flash for everything to be different. So I live from the space of now. That's really what the bigger picture is. And something as simple as taking a shower, taking a bath. And I was thinking of my mom and I'm like, man, I wish my mom had the luxury of getting up, running bath water, and bathing herself. Like, I'm proud that I have that luxury. Right? So you guys, these are the conversations people are not having with themselves. What do you wish to see as it relates to, like, fill in the blank? What do you wish to see? And what I love about looking at examples that inspire you is that it stretches your thought process. It stretches what's possible. It stretches what's possible. Hope you guys are writing these down. Like, seriously, you guys, this is the stuff that nobody wants to do. What do I need most in this moment? What do I need most? These are such quality questions. I'm giving you guys real life. And so let me back this up. So this is what I did. I asked myself quality questions when I decided that I wanted to create a membership site. I'm just using one example from my life. And when I felt the urge, and I actually love studying business models and business in general, like that's what I do for fun. Lisa Nichols gets mad at me because we'll be like out the country somewhere and she's like, you just love learning. I'm like, yes. And she like wants to play. And I'm like, but I just want to read my book. Because I really, if I had to finish college, whatever. So I was learning about different business models and I realized that I loved a certain type of business model. And so once I was reading the book, I didn't even finish the book. Once I understood the concept, I was like, let me do it now. Let me just go there now, which is what I heard earlier to tell you guys as well. Go there now, wherever there is, like go there now. Like the assumption that you have so much time is an assumption. So you don't have to do this to get that. I mean, I honor that because there are times where doing something to get something else is appropriate. But in reality, like I just realized I'm about to do this. Like I learned about memberships and the business model and the infrastructure. And then I said, I'm going to do it now. Now, at the time I was doing hair I was behind the chair, had to be at work every day. And so I had to make space to create and test this business model. I'm using this as an example because this is how you create space in any way of your life. I said, okay, I want to have this membership. Here are the reasons why. Not only do I love business and not only do I love testing business ideas, I also want more time and more time and space freedom. And so I begin to look at my life. What are the things that I'm tolerating that doesn't bring me closer to the time and space that I desire in my life? And be okay with what you feel you need. Like, I wanted more time at the beach. Someone will hear that and say, that's stupid. You could be doing this and this and that. Listen, that's this and this and this and that is according to whatever your life plan or goals and whatever you value. For me in that moment, I wanted more time. So I'm willing to do what it takes to create that, right? I also love the internet and I love the business building and I love testing. So I had to look at my life and say, okay, what are the things that I'm doing that don't match my new vision? So I wrote out my new life, how I wanted to live, how much time I actually wanted to have. What does this life cost me? Where will I be living? What are all the things? I wrote it all out. Everything that didn't match that list got shut down. I needed to create space and time to learn how to build the new thing. Again, what we often do is we get caught up in who we're not. Thank you, Khan the Geek. You're such a fantastic people. Thank you. We often get caught up in who we're not. We often get caught up in what we're not. We often get caught up in so much. I'm proud that I'm sitting on my lunch break and wanted French fries, but ordered a salad. Boom. I love it. I'm eating Mexican food today. Like, I don't even care. But I got clear on what I desired, and I didn't try to make it good or bad. I just honored the desire. And I knew that I was willing to help people in exchange for that desire, in exchange for that reality. Does that make sense, you guys? Facebook. I got this thing so I can't see. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I'm going to pause and make sure that you guys are following me. Heart it up, like it up. Please share this with your tribe. Let me make sure you guys are following me. Make sure I'm not frozen. Oh, and I can feel you. I'm not saying anything else until you guys make some noise. It's too quiet. It's way too quiet. What's happening? The little kid in me is going, where did the people go? Okay, you guys there. Facebook, you're still too quiet. Hilarious. Okay, so when I took a sheet of paper and I made a list, right? And this is not, I'm not telling you guys like a class or anything like this. It's not like an innuendo. Like, I'm just telling you guys how this works in real life. How do I take the idea that I'm talking about and show you how I did it in real time? You make a list of everything that you're putting up with. A lot of times you're wanting to solve problems that are just not meant to solve right now. And they literally go away. I figured I was making y'all think a lot, huh? Everybody like, dang, girl, I'm processing. Okay. I just want to make sure y'all was listening. My bad. Y'all think I can't be this quiet? What in the world? Anyway, so the thing is, it wasn't until I started making lists. Getting clear on the desire and owning the desire and being okay with the desire. Also, removing things that literally get in the way of me achieving the outcome. And shifting quickly. Shifting quickly. Okay, and then being unapologetic about it. Most of us are like apologizing for the things that we truly want. It's insane. It's insane. Want what you want and be okay. So, thank you for making me think a lot. You're welcome. It looks like the internet is doing something weird. I'm eating, but I'm paying attention. Yeah, Deborah, but it wasn't about the money though, like, right? It was more about the bigger picture. People want money so they can do things, right? So money is money, and it's just about what is the life that you desire, and live the life that you desire. Go straight there. When I realized that I wanted to create something, instead of me waiting, instead of me thinking that I wasn't good enough, instead of me thinking that I wasn't qualified, instead of me going to get certified from something, I just went straight there where I wanted to go. I made a list. I shut down the things that weren't in agreement, and I gave myself a time limit. Over the next 90 days, here's what I'm going to accomplish. And I don't care if I don't have the exact steps right now. It's going to come to me. And it did come to me. Right? But living a life like that is about making lists, knowing your desire and your outcome, and being unapologetic so that you don't have to keep starting over like your energetic timeline. Like, you know, you get really, really geeked up and you're like, oh, it's happening. It's going down. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And then all of a sudden, boom, something falls through. So now you think it's not happening. So then you lose all your zhuzh. And now you got to like hype yourself back up, and it just doesn't feel the same. And the fire is gone. And it's like, like, don't keep doing that with your soul. Just be clear on what your soul desires. And the way that you get clearer and clearer and clearer is if you keep asking yourself quality questions. Like, what am I afraid of? Another thing that I do all the time is a procrastination list. When I'm frustrated or feeling overwhelmed, I just make a list of all the things that I think that I'm procrastinating on. Does that make sense? The clearer you are, we give away from due to done. Yes. Yes, we give so much of our life away for free. Oh my God, we do. And then, you know, people like me, everybody labels free-spirited or bold and fearless. And it's like, no, I'm not fearless. No one, humans that fear, like what? No, like I have maybe less fear than you around certain topics, but no, I'm committed to what I desire and I live that way. And I believe that everybody should like do it. And, you know, kids, what I love about kids is that they live like that until they get into the system and they start like whatever, but like you're naturally that way. I have to catch myself procrastinating. Like, and I don't think procrastination is bad. I think that there are things that I have been procrastinating on, and rightfully so, because it's not the right time. So I'm putting it off on purpose. Like I've procrastinated on that. Like there's a way to like be okay with the things that you're procrastinating on because it's just not the right time, because you should be working on your highest value thing in every category of your life. Does that make sense? You're welcome, Josette. So don't even beat yourself up for the stuff that you're procrastinating on. Like I only made the procrastination list so I can pick the most important thing. And then put a system around that most important thing and get it done. So I do not make these lists and make myself feel bad about it. So whatever I'm procrastinating on, whatever inspires me, whatever I feel like I need the most, what am I proud of? What am I tolerating that I'm over? What do I wish to see? If I was totally in flow, what would I be doing? These are quality questions. And a lot of people, you're just not, I don't know, people just don't do it. So I pray that you guys are bold enough to get off of this live stream, take those questions, and like manifest your life, the life that you desire. Like I'm super grateful. My life is the life that I desire. And it keeps getting better. And I'm only worried about, and worried is not the word. I'm only obsessed with making it better and better and better. And that's it. Oh my. Okay. Sorry. Moral of the story is you have to make a list so that you can become aware, and energy grows where it goes. So if it's something that you're dealing with that you're over, stop giving it energy. Like seriously, love it, forgive it, release it. Love it, forgive it, release it. Grateful, gratitude. I'm so grateful I had the experience. I learned this and this and this. I love myself for going through it and coming out okay. I love and forgive anybody that's involved. I understand the part that I played. I forgive myself. I love myself. These are things that you have to, this is literally how you have to talk to yourself. And most people think it's weird. When I was growing up, no one taught me to talk like this to myself. So it's like, wait, what? Yeah. I know that I have a part to play in everything. The fact that I even am conscious of it, like that's giving it life. And so now that I'm aware of something that's happening, I have the choice to keep growing it by giving it my energy or kill it energetically by ignoring it. And there are certain things that you just need to ignore because it's just not the right time, not the right place. It doesn't matter as much as you made it matter, right? Let's see. My fear has been having a skill level at something, but not feeling like an expert enough to launch my biz yet. Deep down, I feel I can do it running the biz on my membership. Yeah, like I didn't have, so when I started, so moral of the story with the online membership was that I didn't feel available. I didn't feel ready, but I was committed to the outcome no matter what. And so I was okay with failing. I started in 2014 and it didn't go well. Then 2015, by the end of the year, finally, I had members in my online course. And it really was just a matter of not doing enough talking to myself, even though I was still talking to myself. The more I, looked at my habits and why I wasn't following through and addressing the fear. Why am I not doing this? Because I didn't feel qualified enough. And then here's how I shifted from that. Is there a result you can get people? Yes or no? It was a bold yes for me. Yes, I know this like the back of my hand and I know I can get them the result. So it's a disservice if I can help you and I'm not showing up every day to help you. Like I saw some people, I literally went to a class and I saw some people struggling and I was like, man, and that was my first, like I wasn't going to all of these classes and doing all this stuff that everybody thought they needed to do. Because especially the way that it was contained, because that wasn't even feasible for the average person. So my heart genuinely went out to people who were struggling with something that I could do in my sleep. And so with that came the boldness to start before I was ready because I know my stuff. So did I know that there was more stuff that I needed to know? Duh. Am I always getting better? Duh. And that's me talking to myself. But do I know enough to get this result that's valuable that people are struggling to figure out every single day? Yep. So am I ready now? Yep. Whatever I don't know, I will figure it out. That's my mantra. Therefore, I can start before I'm ready. And that goes for anything. You can use that for anything. Just ask yourself the quality questions. Yes, Angie. Yes. Quality questions. So I was able to start because I was like, look how they're going to be struggling. And I know I saw their struggle before. A good coach can see what you don't even know it's coming down the road. So I was like, oh, they're going to be like boom, boom, boom. And I was like, I have to do this. Like, I can't not. Like now it's bigger than, yes, as a result of building a business, you get to a business. People build businesses so they can profit. The profit fits the lifestyle that they desire. There's nothing wrong with that. It's completely honorable. It's why. Why would you ever start it? You could just go be an employee. Like running a business is not like, what? I got the business because this business is going to be the vehicle to fuel the life that I love in exchange for all of the help and joy and everything that I bring all my people that through any business that I have. So like the more people I help, the more money I make. This is an amazing win-win situation. I actually make money by helping people. Who would have thought? So, isn't that interesting? How you like, it's just all about how you think and see things. A lot of the fear that we have is not real. A lot of the demand that we put on ourselves to be perfect and to be perfectionist and to be expert. What is an expert? I've never met an expert that doesn't feel like they need to grow more and more and more and more. So like whatever I don't know now, I'll figure it out. But I know I'm like 10 steps, 5 steps, 2 steps, even 1 step ahead of a group of people. And I'm willing to help them. I'm bold enough to help them. I know that my dream clients grow with me and we grow together and everybody wins. And here we are. Right? So it's all about how you see things. So anytime you go down that road of I'm not good enough yet, just figure out where that's coming from. And I'm willing to stay up all night to learn this new software. So for example, when I started that membership, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like freaking out about all this stuff, this tech stuff. And then I just gave myself permission to do it without feeling ready. I gave myself permission to do it afraid. I gave myself permission to do it. And if something messes up, there's not going to be a million people beating down my website. It's only going to be like one person. And so can I help that one person figure out their login? Or can I help that one person get wherever I want them to be on the internet? Yeah. So can I do this? Yeah. So can I start now? Yeah. Thanks. I really need to hear that. Yes. Good. That's amazing. So you have to be willing to do it when it's not like, super convenient, super sexy, whatever. You got to be willing to just start. Because you have to ask yourself, because being all in means like, okay, I'm setting out to ride this bike without my training wheels. And if I fall off this bike, am I committed to get right back on the bike and just keep going? And if I fall again, am I committed to get back on the bike and just keep going until I'm smooth sailing? Am I committed to show and that's a way of life. That's a way of life, you guys. Yeah, that's what love is. That's what true love is. You guys should get that song. It's Justin Bieber. That's what love is. Oh, and I can feel it. This is really good. Okay. That's enough for today. I'm going to go have Mexican food because that is what my soul desires at this point in time. I'm very, very happy that you are here. I am very happy that you're watching. I know that inspired you. I know that got you goat. I know that it turned on some questions. I know that it triggered you. And my goal is always to trigger you in a way that makes you go I got to put up or shut up. I'm going to shift my life into being more of what I desire it to be. Thank you, Instagram, for the love. So we're going to continue having this conversation. This is Good Tea for Life. You guys make sure you turn on your notifications on YouTube, subscribe. You guys can join my email list at lakeishamichelle.com. I have so many things that I want to share with you guys, but just not yet. So just stay in the environment, stay in the energy. I pray that you do this. I'm not doing this for my health. I do this because it works. I do this because this is my life. This is real life. Real life. You can do this for anything. What do I want my social media following to be? What do I want my messages to be? How do I want my photos that attract my dream clients to be? These are questions that I'm asking myself. What are the key results that I get for people, right? You got to ask yourself these questions. These are random pages of journals. Boom, 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 boom. Reason why you aren't making it a reality. Oh, why aren't you making it a reality? These are such good questions. So hopefully you watch this and you can walk away. Hi, Joy. Hopefully you watch this and you can walk away with quality questions. Why did I want this to happen? These are good. My journals, I could literally sell my journals and you could read this and be inspired and design your own life. It's not a bad idea. I sold one of my journals, the Money Chronicles. How many guys took the Money Chronicles? That journal, that was life shifting. That was insane. Ooh. This is so good. My journals be good, y'all. Not because I think I'm like whatever, but I look at them and it's like I'll read a word and I'm like, oh, so good. Ooh, I'm not ready. Okay, but what do I do while I wait? So good. Wow. So good. Anyway, hopefully you got some good questions that you can journal with. You totally should be in the Good Tea for Life membership. It's $19 a month. I'm outlining the concert that I'm doing for you guys. It's going to be so good. An online concert. Isn't that exciting? Walk away with quality questions. Yes. What do I love? What can I do to implement? What is the experience? What's the system? These are all questions. I'm literally just scrolling through my journals. Like, I'm just trying to tell you guys, make a list. Always be thinking on paper if you can. I mean, it's just really powerful. Even if you think like that's not how you think, like just try it and see what comes up for you. I pray that the world comes up and opens up and you really realize how smart you are, how powerful you are, and how vulnerable you are, how courageous you are, and that all of it's okay. Ooh, I'm happiest when I am fill in that blank. I'm happiest when I am. Fill that in. Okay, that's enough for now. I love you. I'll see you on another live stream. I'm Lakeisha Michelle. You can ask me anything at lakeishamichelle.com. Until our next time together, peace out. Thanks, beloved, for your service to us. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Your energy and confidence is beautiful. Thank you so much. Do you model? I used to. I guess I model for myself. Let's be clear. Pretty. Thank you. You guys are funny. I don't know who this person is. Yeah, we don't care about that. Thank you so much. It did. Good, Michelle. I have to remove people. Okay. Love you, YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.